So, my name is Q, if y'all must know. Welcome to the It'sNails2U channel. By the way, welcome new subbies. Welcome new subscribers, guys. Welcome. Alright, so we live again. Today is going to be about mistakes that individuals make when they are doing nails. So before I get started, I just want to kind of put this out there. If you have any questions, go ahead and place the question in that chat box. Or if you catch this on the replay, go ahead and place your questions in the comment section. Not to mention, I have a awesome surprise because the channel has reached a milestone. Yay! So I'm gonna be giving out an amazing freebie. So go ahead and comment checklist if you're interested. If you are into doing nails and you like to do your skills, put checklist in the comment section because I have a surprise for y'all. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in today. I got my hand, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember yesterday. If you saw the live, I'm gonna take the nails out of the hand and we're gonna put some new ones in. So yesterday we discussed on the proper way of priming a nail, and we also discussed the bead ratio just a tad bit. We tapped on that just a little bit, and then we described about the cuticle bead and being on a date with Patty. If y'all missed that, go ahead and check out part 1 and part 2. It is a split up. So today I'm gonna touch on a few other things. So I'm gonna get ready and turn this camera around. I'm going to first talk about product and tools. I feel like it is a important topic simply because it's important. If you want to achieve a quality nail set, a lasting one, this is important. This is for you guys. So I'm gonna dive more into the brush. You need a quality brush, especially if you're doing acrylic nails. I do not recommend, you use a cheap brush. Now, sometimes when I say cheap brush, I'm not just talking about price. I'm talking about the quality of the brush, simply because if you test out different brushes, there is an ultimate difference. So I'm going to use these as an example. By the way, if you haven't checked out the video for the brushes that I tried, the different brushes and why each one of the brushes are my favorites from a certain numbered list, go check that out. So these brushes, both of them are high quality. They're amazing. This is my this is my number 2 favorite brush. I still haven't showed my favorite one, my number 1 favorite one, but this is my number 2 favorite one. You know what? I might even make this one right here my 1.5 favorite one, because my first one is up there. So this one is kind of up there with that one too. So I don't know, I might renumber it, but even though these are top quality brushes, they don't have the exact same function. I'm just being honest. And if you pay close attention, the tip of the brush is not even shaped the same. One of them is more pinched than the other. So it's just kind of something to look at. And then, of course, when it comes with the performance, there's a difference with these two brushes. They both operate really well, but there is a difference. Now, the similarities in this, well, also the difference that obviously two different product and by two different, not two different products, but two different brands. And of course, I'm not sponsored by these brands, but they are really good brushes. So if you want to check them out, this is the Key Era Sky Brush. They're both size 12, and then this is Two Guys. Another similarity of these brushes is they're both 100% Kolinsky brushes. 9 out of 10, if you get 100% Kolinsky brush, you're gonna be spending some money, guys. So I just kind of want to put that out there. Let me check something real quick. If you don't invest in anything, please invest in the brush. Please invest in the brush, okay? If you don't invest in anything, invest in the brush. The next thing that I would like to get on is, of course, product. Product is important. You know, some states are different, so check with your state, your textbooks, and you know, of course, your state board. I know most states do not allow for MMA acrylic. Is the legal one is EMA, so kind of check that out. Look at that. Always pay attention to your ingredients. You know, research, guys. If you're in nail technology, you should always be in investing in your skills. The thing that I've learned about being in the nail industry is that it's constantly growing. It's constantly growing. It's ever changing, and it's important to really up your skills and techniques. You always want to be ahead of, especially if you have clients, you want to be ahead of them. And then especially with social media out, you know, I like to do things like invest in workshops or go to study, do a lot of research. That stuff is really important. So I'm gonna get ready to flip this camera around because I want to touch on B ratio today. Okay, like I said, we discussed. You know, we didn't go that deep into prep, by the way, but we discussed prep. We discussed dehydrating, removing the debris. We discussed primer again, a tad bit of B ratio, and we discussed sealing the acrylic off with the brush. We discussed that. Y'all, I don't know. I'm saying stuff. But anyways, I'm making ready to turn this camera around. All right, and then I'm going to turn on this light, and I'm going to place some nails. What should we name her today? Why is it not turning off? That's very strange. I see what the problem is. 1 second, y'all. Okay. It is in there. And once again, my camera is... Okay. Hold on 1 second. It's still not. But yeah, what y'all want to name her today? I think I'm hearing Shanae. Hi, Shanae. Shanae wants to set today, y'all. So y'all, I'm not sure what happened with the cords today, but whatever. Somehow they were unplugged, which was very strange because I didn't do that yesterday. But you know, moving along. So this is gonna be like we've already primed and prepped. Well, prepped and primed. These Shanae's hand. Hold on, I'm gonna clean off my what do you call it? I'm gonna clean off my camera real quick because what in the world is blurry. Oh man. It might just be my front screen I'm always cleaning off my devices. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna get my brush ready. Got my monomer right here. But yeah, Shanae wants to set today, and that's where it's going. Okay. Okay. Move that over a bit. I'm gonna get my tips out. Like I said, we low key have already prepped, primed. So now we're just placing the nails. That's too big. Let's put that on the thumb. Matter of fact, we're not gonna do the thumb. Because the position that I'm in and trying to make sure y'all see this on the camera is just doing too much. So we're just gonna do this for fingers. Shanae had a something on her, but she can't get that nail done. Okay. Yeah, just roll with it. Cause if y'all see the way I'm positioned, you'll be like, yeah, just no. Okay. Just place these nails in here real quick. Uh-huh. I don't know what this is on here. Oh, that's something that stuck to her hand. Okay. Y'all, Shanae don't like to be still. Okay, but anyways, let me stop. Okay, but no, this is Shanae. She wants her nails to look pretty. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give her the that she's looking for. Alright. That's a little too big. I really need to remember these numbers. So I'm gonna take my nail file and I'm gonna run it across real quick. I don't really want this squirrel shape. And really, I just want to get that little part off of the nail. Okay. So I'm gonna get this debris off. Okay, by the way, guys, if y'all been keeping along, you already know that that is not the only way that you well, that's not the way to just remove that debris. So if you've watching all of the other videos, then you kind of already have an idea of what not to do as far as removing that debris. Because obviously I'm just, this is my little heat ratio. So I'm not finna just go straight into that. So, okay. We're gonna do a large bead. It's real simple, y'all. The thing about it is you have to, whatever you do to one nail, you do the other. That's how you have the accuracy and the consistency. And of course, it takes practice too. So we're gonna fully immerse. Like, I can't even see it. I apologize, y'all. Shanae just gonna be, it's gonna be right in front of Shanae's hand. So, you're gonna fully immerse your brush in liquid. You're going to wipe the side. For a large bead, you only wipe it once. You can drag it. That's one way of doing it. And you drag towards you. Let that bead start getting smooth. It should not look like a gritty whoop whoop whoop. This bead is ready to be placed on the nail. Again, it's a large bead. We're gonna place that on there, let it release, wipe, let it do some magic, and then we're gonna come in and seal off these side walls. Pat, 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 because we're gonna deal with patty, y'all. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of let that bead cure a little bit, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of work, but it's cute. Because the thing is, when you're doing acrylic, it can be easily fixed. Easily. I probably should start gluing these tips on because it's moving too much and that kind of affects you. That bead really was for a thumb, but it's cool. But pat, 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 that's the update with Patty, y'all, okay? That's a sealing method. So remember how we did that bead ratio is the same when you do a medium bead. Let that sit, run its course, seal off these side walls. If there's product trying to run, remove, blend. And of course, this nail's a little bit wider than it should be for this finger. So it's gonna look a little different. And we're gonna do our cuticle bead. Now, y'all, if y'all are interested in knowing more about the bead ratio, this bead is way too large. I'm gonna place it on this one. The link in the description. There's an amazing system. Wow. There's an amazing system that will help you immensely, especially if you deal with your nails lifting. Dang, that threw me off. But if you deal with, your nails lifting, it is great for that. It goes in depth about bead ratio for sure. Further into the date with Patty and sealing off acrylic beads and so forth. It goes deeper into talking about prep work and so forth. So we're gonna place it on there, let it sit, remove the brush, wipe, seal the cuticle, seal the sides, pat, 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 blend, and then now obviously there are more than one bead system to go off of. My go-to of when to teach an individual on the acrylics is the 3 bead system, okay? So again, I'm leaving these 2 nails open because now I want to dive a bit more into this cuticle bead and really show y'all this day with Patty. Okay, so here's a cuticle bead. We're gonna let it smooth out a bit. Now you want to leave a bit of space. The exact amount is definitely in the book, so y'all check that out because I don't know, but I know what it looks like and where that stopping point at, but you got space in between that cuticle area simply for not lifting. And of course, anything that runs, you want to wipe it off immediately. And then we're gonna blend, pat, 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 pat. We want to seal this tight. This creates longevity and helps prevent lifting nails. Oh. Yeah, y'all, I gotta start going. Because it's like, But it's cool. I know there's supposed to be like a certain size that I'm supposed to place on there. But, you know. All right, so let's move to the next one, which is the... Hold on, I didn't run out of monomer, y'all. All right, and I wasted some. Okay. Gonna have another date with Patty. Oh, that middle finger is really thick. But it's okay. That was an accident. So I got my cue for the ring finger. Just letting it get smooth. It's ready to go. Leave that space. Let it run its course. Really just pat, 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 pat. Because once you do that, it creates the course of the direction that you need this acrylic to flow. And you definitely want to do that. Because just a second ago, I did not do that. And I did that so you can see how it would run to the cuticle. But you can see the difference once I placed that bead on there and allowed it to... I tapped it so it could be able to run the direction that it truly needs to flow. Okay? And those nails are finished, y'all. So that's pretty much it. Just, touched a little bit on bead ratio. So that's pretty much it today, guys. Oh, wait. Isn't that beautiful, by the way? So I'm going to flip this camera around and chat for a bit. I'm going to get off here. But that is, by the way, I used me a secret cover nude to place that on there. If y'all must know. The color, I don't even know. I just know this cover nude blush. So just in case y'all like that nude and wanted to use it. But again, guys, if y'all have any questions regarding nail lifting, go ahead and place it in that comment section. If you run across this video, go ahead and check out the link in the description or the bio if you want to learn further details about correcting lifting nails, or if you're interested in the surprise that I'm going to be bringing. Go ahead and put... how I forget what to put, y'all. I'm just all over the place today. But no, go ahead and put checklist in the comment section, y'all. Go ahead and put checklist. Okay, if you're wanting that surprise, please do so. All right, so yes, we discussed. Let's just do a real quick recap. We discussed. I discussed more about brushes. All right. I informed y'all what brushes these are. Wink, wink, if you want some decent brushes. And I also went over with y'all the size the brushes are. That size 12 is a decent size to go with for any size, any length of nails. That's like my go-to size. I know a lot of individuals, they like to use 14s and 16s, and that's okay. I'm actually going to be investing in a 14 specifically for when I do really, really long nails, because somebody did request, they ended up changing it when the appointment came, but they did request 5XL nails, and I know in that instance, it will be helpful to have a bigger brush. You can pick up really large beads with a size 12, but I know a 14 would probably make even more of a difference. So I just kind of want to put that out there. Just kind of keep that in mind. But I just want to have that available for when people come to me for 5XL, 6XL, even 3XL, and 4XL. So we just, like I said, we discussed brushes, the sizes, the type of brush that are really great. Also the brands. Again, I'm not sponsored. We discussed a bit further on the B ratio, more than we did yesterday. And we discussed mainly a large bead and what to look for. Um, and I'm going to turn my camera around in just a second so y'all can be able to see the difference of what happens when you don't um, seal the bead off. And because I don't know if you do the recap, you can see where the acrylic ran mostly on the sidewall, and it literally shows lifting already. And this is why it's important to seal the cuticle bead or just seal it in general. So I'm going to bring Shanae's hand closer and I'm going to point out to y'all the difference. I'm so glad that I did that, because so y'all can be able to see what I'm talking about and what happened when I didn't do to one nail of the other. I didn't do that consistency, y'all, and I intentionally did that. I didn't know that this lifting will cause, well, and I know y'all probably like, how can you tell lifting is not having a real hand? Because you can see it. Now, obviously, this can be easily fixed, but oh my gosh, this silicone catches everything, y'all. Oh my gosh. But anyways, right up in here, when I put this cuticle bead on, now you still have your space, so that gives it room to be able to easily fix this issue. But when I placed this bead on here, I didn't do the date with Patty right away. I removed the sidewalls first, then I did the date with Patty. And that's kind of important because when I didn't pat that immediately, it just ran crazy. Versus on this one, I did the date with Patty and I literally directed it on where it went. And you notice there's no excess lifting. That space, well, the space is on both of them, but you can see the difference on the accuracy of this nail versus this one. Now, when I seal with the drill, I'm going to have to remove that liftage right there. Do y'all see that? I'm kind of glad that that happened so y'all can be able to see. If anybody does this, you can see what it creates. So that's kind of important to kind of know, y'all. That's important. Versus if I would have done that, I wouldn't have had this. This lifting wouldn't have caused. I've never seen lifting on a on a fade. But again, this situation is fairly easy to correct. You're gonna take your file, whether it's a hand file or your drill, and we're gonna. No, it's probably not gonna work right for me because this isn't properly on here. But the idea is you want to remove that because we don't need no nails lifting or popping off. Oh my gosh, y'all, this silicone is something else, y'all. Look at I need to look at some different hands, and I paid some money for this hand too, y'all. I was looking for, hey, turn that down, please. I was really looking for some, yeah, I was looking for some, realistic hands. Ain't that right, Shanae? But no, on a serious note, so we've removed that. And then you see there's a leveling difference right here too. Well, that's an easy fix. But I'm the type, my acrylic gotta be laid like before I go into buffing and drilling and buffing and all that different stuff. So we can prevent those measures off rip. Because when you're doing those, that ties into your time, y'all. That does. It's an easy fix, but that's what I mean when I'm talking about that date with Patty. That's why that date with Patty is important.